Good morning, good morning, good morning. It's Phil from WestonSuperMotoVlog. Don't worry, you haven't clicked on the wrong link. I'm just here to introduce the awesome channel, Motoramblings. Stay safe, guys, and I'll catch you on the flip side.
Can you guys see these bugs? Holy cow. Howdy, folks. Welcome back to Motoramblings. I'm Patrick. I'm riding Big Yella, my 2010 Honda Goldwing, and boy, she needs a bath. And boy, is this a fun bike. I don't think I've ever actually gone into why I bought this bike, why I wanted a Goldwing. So maybe we'll do that today. It's an absolutely gorgeous day. It's April 11th, 2023. And it's just stunningly beautiful today. The temperature is 72, which I always considered almost a perfect temperature. Not a cloud in the sky. Beautiful road here, 209. Rocks. Absolutely amazing view over there. This is Mitchell's Curve. It's where he wrecked and broke his collarbone, right there on my right. And so yeah, I'm just, oh my gosh, I've just been enjoying the heck out of this day. I woke up feeling bad. Allergies kind of got me and messed up my throat. Sucking on cough drops all day, and of course it's affected my voice. But I feel fine. But I was quite tired when I got up because I didn't sleep well because of the allergies. Did some lawn mowing, walked the dog, you know, all that good homebody stuff. Went to the dentist. Now I'm on my way home. Decided to take a very, very long way home. Matter of fact, I've been on the road for an hour and a quarter. And so yeah, the Goldwing. Back, let's see. I think I first started riding somewhere around 1990, maybe. No, maybe it was even earlier than that. I think I was 20. So probably somewhere around 86, 87. I got married the first time in 86. So yeah, somewhere between 86 and 87, I bought my first street bike. It was a Yamaha Virago 700, I believe it was. It was used. My father had a Honda Shadow, and he let me take it for a ride, and oh my gosh, I fell in love with it instantly, even though I had no clue what I was doing. Almost wrecked his bike in his yard. But anyway, bought the Virago, fell in love with riding motorcycles. Well, my dad had a 1984 Goldwing, and I thought that was the coolest thing. I mean, it was, compared to what I'd seen and what I'd been on, and this thing was a monster motorcycle. And I thought, I really want one of those. So I found a used 1985 Goldwing. And whoever had it before me had put tons and tons of lighting on this thing. If I went down the road at night, it was like I was riding a Christmas tree. But anyway, I rode that thing up in New England. Never really did a ton of riding. Although at the time, I thought I was riding a lot. But of course, you had longer winters, especially back then. And I'd go visit my dad and stuff, which was rare. Because I ended up getting sick, we didn't end up really being able to ride together very much. But a lot of the riding I did was straight, flat, boring roads. But I didn't care. I was loving it. I was riding a motorcycle. Well, we got divorced and the whole bit. Ended up getting rid of that motorcycle. And then when I moved down here in 1993, I moved here in 94. In 1993, I bought another Goldwing, a brand spanking new Goldwing. And oh my gosh, again, I just loved that bike. I loved all the comforts, all the things about that bike that made it a luxury bike. I loved every bit of that. Yeah, I was only in my 20s. But I didn't care. I knew I didn't want to ride a sport bike because I was just uncomfortable on it. And I'd had the little cruiser and the Virago, and it was okay, but I liked the big bike. I liked saying, look at the size of this freaking motorcycle I'm riding. And when I bought the one that I brought here, the 93 version, oh my gosh, it was just incredible. And I moved to Western North Carolina with it, not having a clue where I really was as far as motorcycles went. I just didn't ride it very much. I didn't know the roads. I didn't know the area. And came time that I figured, you know what, I need to buy a house. So I sold that bike. And I tried a couple different little bikes between then and this one, because my son was growing up and I didn't want to spend a ton of money. And so eventually I finally settled on this. I was kind of looking, okay, I do want a Goldwing, but I wasn't ready to buy one just yet. I had the Vstrom, and then the dealership that, you know, it's a used bike dealership. This one came in, had less than 10,000 miles on it, and it was less than $10,000. And I thought, I can't pass that up. Now, for me, I love the power, the smooth ride, the quiet ride, the ability to take my wife wherever, whenever, and go pretty much anywhere we want. The reliability, of course, is paramount to me because I'm barely lucky if I can change the oil. So to have a bike where I would need to work on it and stuff, that's just not me. I'm just not that guy. So I wanted that reliability. But the biggest thing for me, and I'm sure you guys all know this by now, is I love the twisties. I love riding these roads, and I love getting into these twisties. And this bike at 950 pounds will go. And not only will it go, but it will, take the twisties unbelievably well. Now, have I pushed it beyond its limits? Yes. I'm sure you've all seen that video. I make no bones about it. I don't try to hide it. I'm going too fast into some corners and I lean the bike over, but the bike has its limits of how far it will lean over. And I not only reached those limits, I exceeded them a couple of times. Fortunately, I lived to tell the tale. No idea how loud that is. And so, just back to the point, this bike does everything I want it to do. Now, would it be better for me if the thing would handle the turns at a little bit higher speed? Maybe, maybe not. If it did, then I'd probably push it and go beyond the limit on that too. Which is, sad, but hey, I'm being honest, it's true. I love digging in the twisties. Now everybody says, well, then why don't you get a sport bike and just ride the twisties on the sport bike? One, I can't afford another motorcycle. I don't want to afford another motorcycle. And two, I don't want a bike that's so specific to that type of a ride. This bike is multi-purpose for me. Touring, riding long distance, going to visit mom 800 miles away, taking Lisa on long, comfortable rides, but yet still a ton of fun in these twisty mountain roads. The Vstrom, I'm having a ball with that thing on the type of off-pavement riding I do. I'm not a trail rider. I'm not going to get me a CRF 300 rally or anything like that and go bouncing around trails. I just don't really have that interest. I mean, it looks fun and all, but at my age, I'm just like, you know what? Dirt roads? Oh yeah, I'm all over that. If the dirt roads are a little bit technical, oh yeah, that's great too. Is it trail riding? No. So the Vstrom handles what I want to do off pavement, as well as it handles pavement real well. I can dig and dive into the twisties on that bike extremely well as I can on this. And I love it for that versatility. And so my two bikes cover the things I want to do and have the versatility and the fun factor that I'm looking for. Is that for everyone? No. There are a lot of people who buy the Goldwings because they just want to tour and they love it for that, and hey, I do too. I'm not, because I'm bragging on me on this bike, I'm not bashing any other bike. Everybody rides what fits their style of riding, what makes them happy, what gives them the miles of smiles. And whatever bike you choose, and if it gives you those smiles and it makes you feel good and it makes you want to get out and do it again, hey, then you've got the right bike. And for me, this is the right bike. I'm very happy with it. I love this bike, and those are my reasons: athleticism, power, and speed. This bike can do it. This is a perfect example. I love coming up this part of the road here. I can lean this bike way over, get up here with the speed I want until I run into a car here, and I know this bike's going to hold the road. And so that is why I've chosen a Goldwing. I had experience with it. I loved it even when I wasn't using it to its potential. And now that I have another one and I am using it to its potential, man, I'll tell you, I love everything about it. Now, would I go for one of the 2018 pluses? Probably, but they don't have the comfort. They don't look, hold on, they don't look like they have the comfort for the passenger like this one does. And for me, that's nearly as important as my own comfort, is to have my wife be comfortable and want to go on long rides. And second, it's a lot of freaking money, people. Motorcycles have just gone through the roof. But anyway, that's all. I just wanted to talk about why I love riding my Honda Goldwing. Disagree, agree, but again, this is the bike for my riding. And there are a million different bikes out there, a million different styles, a million different reasons to ride a motorcycle. And this fulfills my wants and desires on a motorcycle. And some people say I push too hard, I go too fast, I'm scraping pegs now and then, and I have gone beyond that by mistake, but I'm pushing it too hard. People say, well, you shouldn't be doing that. You're not a skilled rider if you're going beyond your limits. And that's okay. When I mess up and I go across the yellow line because I went into a corner too hard, well, yeah, that's not good. That it shows me not handling my bike the way I should at that moment. But anyway, that was it. I just wanted to talk a little bit about the Goldwing and why I bought it, why I love it. And I will talk to y'all later. I'm recording this April. I think I'm recording it in April. I'm recording this on April 11th, 2023. Why in the world did I say I think I'm recording it? I might actually edit that out. Anyway, I hope everyone can stay well, stay safe, but most of all, stay happy, y'all. Motoramblings out. See ya!